Hi people, it's Eta. Present is the ambassador.
Hello. It's your boy Ambassador doing this thing again.
Coming up, your celebrity updates. Kao Denero has been very vocal about getting hate from his own people. We see the hate comments, we see the diss tracks. We know he should have a larger following if a majority of Sierra Leoneans online decide to follow him, but it seems that's not the case. So he's making this statement. He said, Calligraph, MI, and Sakodi, you don't even have to diss me back. Don't worry guys, my Sierra Leonean people are here fighting for you, lol. And it pathetic. Like I said, Kao Denero has been very vocal about this. He has even made a very lengthy statement at one point in time on Facebook where he was talking about his concerts being sabotaged and being sabotaged by his own, and he has spoken about lack of support coming up. He has always been a hassle for him fighting people back at home, and now he's trying to go international and he's still having this people back at home fighting him and things like that.
Well, I think I've said this because I've done a couple of Kao Denero reviews. I've zoomed in a couple of times in the industry, and I have a fair idea of the state of the entertainment industry, especially the hip-hop industry. I feel like Kao Denero should not be the one complaining about this. Even if he's complaining, I feel like he understands the dynamics of the local industry and he's just going to play with it. I mean, like, Kao Denero talking about hate I feel like that's an energy or a wave which he should ride the wave and not drown in that wave. Those are waves which I feel like he should be able to ride. It will be disappointing that that's what you get. There's one of our Cameroonian artists said recently, if we cannot be friends, at least let's be enemies. Let's be strong here. And he will not deny that he has had a significant amount of growth during these beefy and troubling years. I mean, when I started looking at Kao Denero, I think sometime, I don't know, 2019, early 2020, I can't recall exactly, but I think it was like 10,000, 11,000 about views, and now he's in 30,500 views. So that's a huge, but for somebody who is not, I mean, like if you are in the Sakodi, Calligraph, Nasty C level, your growth is way faster. For somebody who has not yet hit the 50,000 line, I feel like I had a level of consistent growth. Now, I think saying that the online thing is not a reflection of the support on ground, because I think at one time there was even reference where they were saying internet penetration is not the best in Sierra Leone and things like that. So that could also be one of the causes why he's having this. And I feel like unless when you are just focused on your own ball and your circle, which is Sierra Leone, it's the same story all across Africa. I mean, recently there was some little brouhaha around Stanley, and where a younger artist disrespected him, and then one other older voice in the industry came and said it's because Stanley also disrespected Joe and was coming up. We have those things. MI and Vector just squashed their beef, but for years it was like, okay, you are the younger rapper and come and met us here. How dare you disrespect older rapper and all of that. So I feel like it's at times we start feeling like it's a unique thing to us. I mean, like even in Cameroon, you hear all of these issues of rappers disrespecting other. We don't want foreign people bringing their products. All of those things is the same narrative across Africa. I just feel like the tools will not grow unless there's some pain and ache. So these are just troubling times. So we are just having ups and downs. We might animate it with some beef here and there, but it is what it is. I feel like Kao Denero, if he stays consistent with what he's doing, he'll definitely grow. When he grows out of Sierra Leone into Africa big enough, whatever they say in Sierra Leone will have little or no impact. He will still grow with or without. Now, with regards to strategy, I think I've said it before where I said beef is a sprint, it's not a marathon. So you can only beef for so long. You cannot stay beefing for 10 years, 5 years. Your whole career cannot be built around beef. Beef is used to ignite things, animate things, get people looking. When it's all said and done, change something. You either go all the way business money, Jay-Z wise, or go deep Nas type, Kweli wise, whatever you want to do, or go all Afro-ish, something like some of the bigger names in Africa. But I feel like don't just stay on the beat. So Kao from time to time has been going into deep things. He goes like he did the Lumumba thing and all of that. But I feel like, I don't know if he's not putting enough energy on his deep and his ordinary man music, or the everyday listener. He's not putting that much energy as he puts behind his beef songs. So for some reason his beef, I remember one of the comments which a fan put on Chakara TV where they said they were quarreling between a Kenyan fan and a Sierra Leonean fan, and he was saying Calligraph will never respond to Kao. I let them check it. Kao's biggest track is Magare. What's the diss track he did to Calligraph Jones, Magare Legacy.
Yeah, Luana
Magare. So he's saying that. So it means that that's just the most relevant thing which Kao has done is talking about Calligraph. Calligraph cannot give him that much validation. So I feel like he has to define his own person sooner or later. To just set a timeline and a strategy that, okay, I'll hit hard. So this time I get no response. I move on to another strategy or something. For me, it's just moves. It's nothing personal like that. And for the hate thing locally, it's normal. It's all over Africa. You just have to ride with it.
Yeah, so yeah, it's definitely something which I think going into whatever his strategy, using the strategy which he's using, I think is expected, because like if you are dissing somebody or speaking hate to somebody, you should expect it to come back to you. So I think he went into it, he should be expecting this, but it kind of hurts. I get that it kind of hurts him because it's coming from his own people and he feels like his people should be backing him and things, but like you cannot really control these things. You cannot control the way people react. You give your own reaction. For every action there's a reaction, so you have these certain actions, definitely your people are going to react, and people are going to react in whatever way they decide to react. Then again, I would say I go up to Kao Denero's videos, other his YouTube videos, and I see Kenyans commenting and praising him, and I see Ghanaians commenting and praising him. So I'm like, so probably Calligraph Jones and even Sakodito are probably getting the same thing of my own people are against me and they are going supporting this man who is the same way. So I'm like, you give and you receive. That's the game. So yeah. Okay, so that's your celebrity update.
Thanks for watching that video. Hope it inspired you to want to commit to Chakara TV. You want more content from us? No worries, we got you covered. All you need to do is hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, then sit back, relax, and enjoy daily content from us. It's been 8 on Chakara TV. We are craziness with a strategy.